Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Mande Guru Parampara. Om Sahana Vavadu Sahana Punattu Sahaviryam Karavavagai Tejasvina Vadidamastu Mahavitrishavagayi. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tasyate. Sargasthiti Pralayakedum Achinta Shaktim Vishveshwaram Vidida Vishwam Anandamurtim Nirmukta Bantanam Aparasuka Amburasim Shri Vallabham Vimalabodhakanam Namami Yasya Prasadat Ahameva Vishnuhu Mayyeva Sarvam Parikalpidam Cha Ittam Vijanami Sat Atmarupam Tasyankri Padmam Pranadosmi Nityam. Om. Good morning. So we are doing the Vaakya Vritti. Vaakya Vritti is the discourse by Bhagavad Padar to help us to appreciate and understand the import of the Mahavakyas, and particularly the Tatvamasi Mahavakya, which occurs in the Chandogya. Mahavakya is the sentence or a phrase in the Vedas, especially in the Upanishads, that conveys the essence of Vedas, the most profound truth, the only truth. So simple, so trivial, yet so difficult for us to appreciate because of infinite janmas of Viparita Jnanam in which we are molded with. What is that Jnanam? It is Tatvamasi. You are that Brahma. The Brahma means you. Therefore, Aham Brahmasmi. So it brings to end of all the search. It brings to end of all conclusion, Siddhantam. It ends the knowledge, Vedantam. Why it ends? Because there's nothing more to seek, nothing more to know. There's nothing else to know. Because Ekam Satyam, that you are that Satyam. Now, this is very frightening proposition to us because we are conditioned by many janmas and many knowledge that we have in the world that we are one among the many sinners with a limited knowledge, with limited ability. And we have to get redemption, become unconditioned by the mercy of the all-powerful God, Ishvara, in different names and forms, living in different worlds. And that is the way that we've been molded from day one. Many of our parents did not teach us to ask questions. They wrapped us in a blanket of faith with all good intention that you are just a little being, a jiva rasi. You have to look up to the God. And of course, then our arrogance came in. The way I look up to the God is according to my taste. So he looks like this, like that, like that. and we create so many matas, so many religions. I'm not referring to religions of Abrahamic nature alone, Christianity or Chinese or Chineseism or Buddhism or Islam or anything like that. Even within this Sanatana Dharma, there are lots of matas. Kapalika, Shaiva, Vaishnava, Veera Vaishnava, Adi Vaishnava, Veera Saiva. And so many religious schools came. Again, they have a good intention, but they found comfort in something less than the truth, but which is very common sense that we understand that God is different, we are different, we are eternally subservient to God. Therefore, our life's mission is to be a kind dasa anudasa, be a good person. It gives you a lot of benefits because you become a good person, you have moral code, ethics, you have the punya, papa, degradation, metrics, KPIs you can collect and compute and achieve rewards. So life becomes a very well ordered in righteous way. After all, that's what you want. That's fine. But you are in that perpetuating cycle of life and death in a religious way, but that is not freedom. So when you are there, when you realize that is not the freedom, then you say that there must be something beyond that. That's why you come to the Vedanta, especially the Advaita Vedanta, and the Mahavakyas presents to you the most superlative. It's not a flattery. You are the God. The Vedas tell you, the very God I am seeking so far in life, am I that? Why am I searching everywhere? So that turning point brings about in this Mahavakya Vicharam. That's why we are very fortunate to have interest in learning this. But even that interest is not really well served if it accumulates the knowledge so that you can write about it, talk about it, give lectures about it. But if you don't use it to realize your true nature, it is in mind. That's the reason why in the Tatvamasi Mahavakya Vicharam, because this so simple words, nothing, no grammatically complex, not bombastic in nature. Tadu Tvamasi, that you are. So how can such a profound knowledge be in a simple, compact of words? That's why we went through this Patavicharam of Tvam and Tat. And then in the last class, we saw 37 and 38. After having done the Tvam Patavicharam first, and Tat Patavicharam. Tvam means who am I? From what I know. By using Yukti Pramanam. Yukti means using your intellect. My nails are broken. So it is my nail. It's not me. It's my possession. If my nail is gone, nothing is gone. Nothing is worried. My fingers are hurt. My fingers are amputated. Fingers are gone. I'm not gone. My possession. So by looking closely what I am and what I am not, I'm able to really precipitate myself from these so-called embodiments. So I'm just reminding you all that because this kind of conversation, how many times you repeat, it is not boring because it is giving you a different insight. So, I mean, if you go to one Vedanta class, if you leave all those udaharanams and Puranic quotes, the essence is exactly the same. Truth cannot be many, isn't it? So we saw that. We saw that Tvampata Vicharam. So you and I have a comfort now that, well, I am not this body. I am not this mind. Therefore, the bodily pains, I try to heal it because my screwdriver is rusty. I need to put oil to it. My body is weak. I put vitamin to it. But it will decay. It's not my decay, my body's decay. My mind is, again, like a cloth. I get dirty sometimes. I wash it. It is angry with anger dirt. Sad, the sad dirt. The kilmisham, I try to clear it. But it doesn't bother me because I'm not the mind. Neither am the intellect. Intellect is only the finest form of the mind, which brings out a decision point, a determining faculty. So again, it is a reflected light. So I am that muladharam. I am that illuminating effulgence, my consciousness, my awareness of everything that makes it all empirically viable, empirically an embodiment. So I will not be deluded by this transactional world's misery of I am a failure, I am a successful man, I am rich, I am poor. That's just a projection. I am eternally different, but eternally divine is what we need to know. So the different we got through the Yukti Pramanam, because if you have doubt in it, you have to go back to this. You don't need any Vedas, just analyze it. Drik Drishti Vivekam, Panchakosa Vilakshanam, Avasthatraya Lakshanam. All that you go through, contemplate, Mananam, you come to the conclusion, yeah, I am not what I seem to be by the others. I'm not this personality. Once you got that, then we say, even the God that you see as a Ishvara is not what you think. He's not somewhere sitting out there. He is also exactly the same essence. So the wave and the ocean, if you are a little wavelet, so many wavelets come and then goes away. Like that you are in this world. And the Ishvara is the ocean. Yeah, they are vastly different. A wave cannot climb, I am the ocean. But what is wave? Water. What is the ocean? Water. Why they look different? Because the Nama Rupa Guna Vishesham is different. One is hairy flatters, one is just quiet and deep. Other one is tilting, dancing, vacillating. So we call it a different name. So when the name and the form are gone, this is just the principle is water. That's the tattvam. Not tadvitvam, I'm saying tattvam as one word. The essence of nature is called tattvam. The essence of sea and the wavelets is water. Therefore, the water is what it is. You call it a wave or a ocean, it is just water. You call it a jiva or Ishvara, it is Atma. So I am the Atma. Then why I am in this wave form? Well, don't worry about why you became that, but you can subside into the ocean. There are many reasons why you were conditioned like that. But you can remove the conditions. You become one with the ocean, one with the water. You are the water. So this is the idea coming in the Tattva Chapter. So in this 37th, what he say? Tattvam padartho nirnidau vakyartam cha chintyate. Atuna. Atuna, now, tat padartham, tvam padartham. Padarthau, the duality, therefore, this is not tattvam one word, tat and tvam, two words. Tat padartham, tvam padartham, nirnitau, vakyartha chintyate. So let's discuss I think we've gone through this before. So we having known the tat padartham, tvam padartham, let us know the vakyartha. Now, okay, sir. But the Guru immediately gives the answer. Atra vakyarthas tadatmyam. Tadatmyam means identity. If you want to look for the vakyartham, the meaning will be tayoreva padarthayoho tadatmyam. Tadatmyam means they are one and the same. What they are? Tat padartham and tvam padartham. What is tat? Ishvara. What is tvam? You, jiva. So Ishvara, jiva are one. So any sentence that brings this meaning, the truth of oneness with the Ishvara, is called Mahavakya. Now, then we saw, that's fine. I can argue differently. Then the Tarkavadis, Dvaitavadis, Purupakshas use Yukti Pramana. See, there are three ways to get the perfect knowledge. Of course, Yukti Pramana. Yukti Pramana means using your intellectual power. Inquire, read, ask questions, debate, synthesize. You formulate a theory and you take the theory and validate. You keep on. This is Yukti Pramana. You always have doubt on the conclusion, because unless you are ignorant fool like me or a stubborn person, any conclusion you make, you always like to ratify by somebody other than you. That's where you go to the Shruti Pramana. If I go to another person, that person, if he validates me, he's also like me. So he also needs his decision to be validated somewhere. Purushartham. So you need an Apurushayam. Apurushayam means which is the Aptavakya. Therefore, first is Yukti Pramanam, then Shruti Pramanam. Then Bhagavan is going to talk about the Shruti Pramanam. Don't argue, because Shruti says that the people who argue, if they don't believe in Shruti, they have no entry into the school, because they're not even worth talking about it. Because they don't even understand if you want to play cricket, the umpire is the Shruti. So the Purupakshi and you are the bowlers and batsmen. So you both have to agree to the umpireship, right? If you don't agree to the umpire, Shruti, you don't agree to the laws of cricket, you can't have a game of cricket. So we ignore those people who someday they will understand. But within those who believe in Vedas, they have a different interpretation of Vedic sentences. The offside, the bylaw, the LBW laws have to change. I need a third umpire, Things go on because Shraddha is lacking, right? So Bhagavan used to go and explain this. So he said in the 38th, Samsargo va visishto va vakyartho natra sammadaha akantaikarasatvena vakyartho vidushamadaha. Okay. This Tatvamasi Mahavakyam, this Mahavakya's meaning, you Purupakshis who are questioning me, If you take that as a Samsarga Vaakya or Visishtartha Vaakya, we saw that before. Samsarga Vaakya means Vakyas which are having many nouns to the verb, to action verb, and giving you Palapadartham. Krishna plays the flute for the Gopikas. So Gopikas, flute, Krishna, all these nouns hangs on to this place. It's a verb. They are all together. Samadhikaranam. Adhikaranam means that padartham. There are a lot of words giving it different meaning of it. So if you take Vedas and if you take Tatvamasi Vakyam, Tadu is a noun, Tvam is a noun, Asi is a verb. So does Tat gives a different meaning? Tvam gives a different meaning? If it gives different meaning, it cannot be the same. Because what the Shruti says? Ekam Shatyam. Then we say, no, it is like the blue lotus of the garden. The blue lotus, the blueness and the lotus refers to the same thing. It's a Visheshanam. So Visishtartha Bodhaka Vakyam, it could be. Then we fail because there is no adjectives, there's no gunas to the Brahman. If Brahman is good, Brahman is bad, or Brahman is tall, Brahman is short, Brahman is kind, Brahman is unkind. If you make all these differences, then you divide this paripurnatvam into apurnatvam. Because if God is good, is a good God, I mean, what about all the evil things? Is there not a God for them? You see, the moment you split into this is why, remember the Nachiketa's question to Yamadharmaraja and Kathopanishad when we did? He asked the question, yeah, I understand everything you say. Tell me that which is dharma, adharma, didam, dharma, didam. What transcends the dharma and adharma? I mean, what is beyond this gunas? What is beyond this evil and goodness? Vendudal vendama ilanadi chendar. In Tamil Tirukkural they say. So that must be something which is beyond that. Yes, that means there is no division. So don't say this and that. Say akantartha bodha vakyam. Akantam means without any kantam, without any peace. Akantartha bodham. That means it is absolutely fulfilling knowledge. Is there a sentence that can give you such a seamlessly, infinitely vast knowledge? Yes. Tadi tvam asi. The tat and tvam akantartham. They are not two different things. They are neither different pathas with a different meaning. They are not visheshanas. They mean the same thing. Samagaranam is there. Samadhikaranam is there. But it is ekartham. Ekartha bodhavakyam. Therefore, believe, not believe, accept, not accept, realize tat and tvam the same. Tatvamasi, I realize. So that is the intellectual understanding of this thing. Now, how do I understand this? Now, intellectually, I understand that. Now, I have no suspicion. I have no doubt. Suti Pramana is there. Now, Yukti Pramanam has proven to me. Now comes the important point. Because you have no suspicion in your mind. Suspicion and the counter questions is what? Mananam, contemplation. You contemplate, you go back to the teacher. Shravanam, you listen to it. Another doubt comes in. Mananam, go back to the teacher. Shravanam. You come to the point now, everything makes sense. But I'm not experiencing it, I think. I'm not seeing as a light. We have imaginations like this. I'm not this limited being. I am the Parabrahma. It's not happening to me. What is the method of doing that one? Is it yoga? Is it puja? No. All this yoga, puja, everything is to attain this Shravana Mananam. The reason why you are having interest in Vedanta, because your mind is already getting purer. Otherwise, you will not be there. You would rather have a Namasangeetam somewhere, a Sahasranam Parayanam somewhere, or a Kacheri somewhere. They're all very important things. That is enough for you. You will not have interest in Vedanta. If you have interest in Vedanta, that means you transcended that either in this Janma or in the previous Janma, that you are internally longing to get yourself back. As Mahaprabhu said, give me back to myself is a beautiful prayer. Now, how do I get this? You get this by Swanabhuti. Swanabhuti. That you will get that by your own anubhuti. When it will happen? Anytime. How long does it take? Kshanam. The dikshanam could be. So that you have to just have the wait, the perpetual wait for that to happen. But you wait with the opening your heart, with the purity of thought. And that wait is called nididhyasana. So nididhyasana means having clarified all this, cleansed your mind, listened to the teacher, clarified all the doubts. Now you know Tatvamasi is Paramasatyam. Now you wait. As you wait, the life just goes along with you without any hindrance to you. People see you as a great person, or they don't even see you. It doesn't matter to you because you are there illuminating yourself as a light, waiting for the spark to come. That's what he says. How his mind is in this mantra. Pratyak bhotoya abhadi sodvayananta lakshanaha advayananta rupascha pratyak bhodeka lakshanaha. Bhagavan here plays a little technique. In this mantra, he is saying he's proving it. Adhidan idu, that is this. If I repeat, this is that, then I counter that. That is this is that. Therefore, they are just not identically similar, they are just identical. Tadutvam asi, tvam tatasi, tvam tatasi. So, in fact, Kenopanishad goes on saying like this. Kenopanishad is something which you should see. It repeats the word Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi Nedam Yadidam Upasate. Tad eva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Know that is Brahma, that you. Nedam Yadidam Upasate. Not what you worship is Brahma. What you worship, it's a great statement. 9, 10 times it comes in Kenopanishad. What are you worshipping? That is not God. That you realize in you that you are that. Tvameva Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. Tvameva Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. That means he replaces this. Same way here. Pratyak bodho. Pratyak bodha. Pratyak means pratyaksha. Directly what is your knowledge, your awareness, which is abhadi. Abhadi means which shines, the effulgence. Saha ananda lakshanaha. Your consciousness, which is illuminating in you, is ananda lakshanaha advayaha. Advaya means not dual. It is Advaitam, it is Anandam. It is happiness, it is non-dual. It is coming from your consciousness point of view. The second line is just same thing. Anantalakshanaha, anantaiha, rupascha, lakshanaha, saha, pratyak bodhaka. So advayananta rupascha. The first line is that your consciousness is the advaya anantam. Second line, he says, that Advaya Anantam, that Ishvara that you think, who is non-dual, who is Ananta Swarupam, Ananta Lakshanam, is nothing but Pratyak Bodhaka, your consciousness. There's nothing more than he can say. He just concludes it saying that your unblemished awareness. Why I say unblemished awareness? Your awareness cannot be blemished. You are eternally pure. Believe me. No, I am aware of these bad things. Yes. You are aware of a thought, a bad thought in your mind, because you are aware of the mind. So your mind is impure. You are not impure. Your body is impure. You are not impure. It is like that's why it's called an effulgence, a fuelless fire. The fire cannot be impure. Can you ever see a impure fire? Even the impurity, it burns, it takes it, consumes. Swaha, it takes away. So your consciousness, that purity. So never ever think I'm a bad person. No, you have a bad mind. You have a bad thought. You do a bad action. So the bad action that you do must be corrected, punished. The bad thought you have must be corrected, removed. But you are divine. So that is feeling, that's bhavana we should have, the truth we should have. Until the truth comes in, the bhavana you should have, in others. So there's nobody that a bad person. They may do bad things. They may harbor a bad thought. But the mind is not them. The body is not them. So this is what he concludes on this one. Now, okay, I got everything. I am confirmed. I am sitting there, the Vidyasana I am doing. What will happen? Your Swanubhuti will come. You will become pure. You will know. You will get a spark of it. Okay, that's a different lecture. So you got that Anubhuti. Anubhuti is not Anubhav. Anubhuti is the experience in the presence. All the experience of thought. I had a good time. Yeah, you had a good time. It's a thought. Anything that you enjoyed is a thought. So when you are that Anubhuti, how does a person's mind is? So verse 40 and 41 brings out this very beautifully. It's very important mantra it is. We can talk about it a long time, but I'll try to make it as brief as possible. Ittam anyonya tadantya pradipattir yadha bhavet abbrahmatvam tvam artasya vyavarteda tadaivahi. Ittam anyonya tadantya pradipattir yadha bhavet abbrahmatvam tvam artasya vyavarteda tadaivahi. 40th verse. The 41 is continuation. Padartasya paroksham yadhyevam kim tataha shrunugo purna anantaika rupena Pratyek bodho avadishtate. Ittam anyonya tadatnya pradipattir yatha bhavet tataivahi. Ittam. Ittam means by this way. By what way? By all these 39 verses of discourses that we had. By learning through this. By the Shravanam, Mananam, and the Nididhyasnam. What do you attain? Anonya Tadantya. Tadatnya means the identity. Anonya means very mutual identity. Anonya means anyonya. So both of you are mutually inclusive. So tat and tvam, they are mutually identical. When that mutual identity is thus pratipatir yatha bhavet, when it is comprehended very well like that, that means you realize that tat and tvam are one and the same. What happened? Tadaivahi. Tadaivahi means at the same time for sure, at once. At once what happened? Tvam artasya abrahmatvam. Tvam artasya. The meaning of the word tvam, which we always held it as abrahmatvam. I am not the Brahma. Or jivatvam, you can say. So I'm just a human being. I'm just a little person. I'm just a jiva. That means I'm not the Brahma. Abrahmatvam. That's the meaning I had all the time. What happened to that? Vyavarteta. Completely discarded. So that means I don't have the jiva bhavam anymore because I am full of atma bodham. The wave does not think that it is a wave different from the ocean. It thinks it is a huge ocean. It is advaitam. There's no difference. Then the disciple may think in the mind, kim tadaha. So what? What happened? The Guru says, if you think what happened, so what? Shunu. Listen carefully. Purna anantaika rupena. That means the completely. Purna ananta eka rupena. Purna means completely. Ananda means bliss. So completely fulfilling bliss. Rupam in the form. Ekam, not dvaitam. You are. What is that? Pratyek bodha avadishtade. Listen, once you understand this one, this paripurna sukham, the Sachidanandam that we talk about, the Ishwaram, the Brahman, is none other than your own consciousness. The important word here, tatartasya paroksham, paraksham. The two words we should understand. I think God is different, I am different. Therefore, I am not the God. So, abrahmaitva. Brahma means I am not Brahma. Abrahmatvam is I am. In other words, if you want to say positively, I am a jiva. A jiva is not Ishvara. Then you look at Ishvara. And Ishvara is, when you say Ishvara, what do? Oh God, you look up there. Why? Because Ishvara is not here. He is somewhere. Why do we say he's somewhere? See, aksham means looking, sensing. Pratyaksham is pratyaksham. What appears to you in front of you, either through seeing through eyes or smelling through nose or hearing, you sensing it, perception. Pratyaksham is pratyaksham. Paroaksham is not in front of you. Paroaksham is somewhere it is there. That means paroksham. Paroksham means indirectly only you can know. You can't see it directly. How do you indirectly mean? Somebody tells me, my parents tell me there's a God called Muruga, Krishna, or the Vedas tell this way, or there is a heaven, the Bible says. Paroksham. Therefore, it becomes indirectly known, or you can say not known. You can say paroksham, not known. Somewhere it is there. Paroksha means not known. In Sanskrit, how do you make it negative? Put I in front of it. Aparoksha means what? Directly known. Immediately known. What has been directly known? Now, if I look at you now, I look at through my glasses. I look at through my eyes. Then my mind. So I use many instruments to know. I need to see Lord Venkateshwara. I go to Tirupati temple and pay a 500 pounds ticket and see the God. So many means to go. But how do you know yourself? Yogesh, are you there? The room is dark. You say, yes, sir, I'm there. I can't see you. Yeah, you can't see me. Can you see me? I don't need to see me. Do you exist? Yeah, I exist. Without you seeing. Approksham. I don't need to see me because I am the seer. I exist. You say it very confidently. You don't need any great knowledge. So aparoksham is that you don't need a pramanam to know because it is anubhuti. If you want to understand anubhuti, that is anubhuti. You don't experience you, but you know you are there always, the present. That's why when you have anubhuti is not about sukham or dukkam. You have a sukhanubhavam. Sukhanubhuti, we say. There cannot be a shoganubhuti. Sukhanubhuti is an unnecessary word. Anubhuti is that state of it. So that's called aparoksham. So abhramatvam, paroksham. These two are that which is limiting us by understanding Tatvamasi. Do you understand? I am not God, that your conviction. God is somewhere else. These two come from your education, your rebirths. What do the parents say? Oh, you are my son, you are the brother, you are the sister to him. You are tall, short. There is a God. Worship God. Don't ask questions. Pray. And religion comes. Yes, do this puja, Chandi Homam, Rudra Maharudram. All that you do, all these things, rituals, all things you do. You enjoy doing it, but it does not answer your question. Why am I doing this? What is it for? Or who is it for? What is it for? You can say. Because tell if you want a peace of mind, do this yajnam. You want putra kamesh putras, do putra kamesh yagam. Vedas say there must be true. Karma had a palan, you do it. But for who you are doing this? To the jivatvam. But now I know I'm not jivatvam, I'm brahmatvam. So what happened to all these things I do? See, the Puranas have, of course, Veda also have the word of Purana to say. It's in singular, it says. And a lot of Puranas have come. Puranas are very interesting to read. They give you moral code. Even other Tatvamasi says that Purana is the fifth Veda, so take it. But Purana happy. Purana world, there's a truth inside. You have to decode them. Symbols should be resolved. But if you read as a story, many Puranas are not ancient, Kalika Puranam is 300 years old. Some Puranas are 700 AD. They all have Vyasa's name. But even if it is Vyasa has written, Vyasa is it's Purushaya, not Apurushaya. So Puranas are very important tools to present the wonderful truth in a form that is unpalatable to you. But if you use that as the eternal truth, and therefore you see, we create the world, we say the world itself is within you, but we say, oh, Rama, great king, he's Avadara Purusha. He will be, after this, he'll be in a Sakya the Logam. Rama, we create a Logam for Rama. Krishna, he got another Logam. What is it called? Golokam, Virata. So we are very keen to somehow place all these gods in a different place to keep them paroksham. Because we are afraid. We are afraid to break this chain. If I learn everything and say, okay, reincarnation is good, but reincarnation is escape route from this janma, then I'm dead and I'm born as a spider. You come and as a compassion try to hit me, to kill me so that I can get out of this body. What I should do, I should say, please hit me. I don't want this body because this body is a chain. But what I do, I run away. Abhinivesham, Patanjali calls it. Because you get, the body is eating yours. So you say that, I stay here. It happens in our love life as well. You work with your close relatives and friends. After some time, you keep a distance. You there, I there. Because we want to do that way. So Puranas. So if you are a Pauranika, yes, temple is important. Especially Shaiva Pauranika, Vaishnava Pauranika. They go to Shaivas don't go to Vaishnava's temple. Vaishnavas go to Shaiva temple. Where is divinity? Where is godliness? I know some great Upanyasaka, they don't even mention the word Shiva because Vishnu will get upset, and vice versa. This blindness of faith corrodes the mind. That was not the Puranic. That's why you must be a Upanishadaka. Upanishad is what is the final word of the thing. All these Puranas, rituals, religions, temples are trying to prepare you for the mind that is capable of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. See, in Bhagavad Gita, the very first verse, first chapter is what? Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveda Yussavaha, Mamaka Pandava Vaschai, Kimakurvada Sanjaya. The first phrase, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre. It's not Gurukshetre, it's Kurukshetre. Kurukshetre means what? Karma Kshetre. Kshetre means embodiment. Your body is Karma Kshetram. Your body is a place where actions have to happen. So you have attained this embodiment as a jiva. You perform action as per the niyamas, slowly but surely convert that into karma yoga and to karma sannyasa. Karma yoga is what? Doing it as a Ishvara Pradhanam, Ishvara Prasad. Karma sannyasa is even giving up the doership. So then the karma kshetram, that your body becomes a dharma kshetram. See, the movement has to be from karma kshetram to dharma kshetram. Neither the karmas they did properly, Duryodhanas and Pandavas, in a relative measures. Therefore, there was a yuddha. So that Mahabharata yuddham is the yuddham of how to do your karmas right. Kshatriya has to do the karma right. So that's where Bhagavan starts. But then Bhagavan, where he took him, hey, you do all this, but you do it because your karma kshetra becomes dharma kshetram. Why? Because when you do all the vibhagams, I am the one inside. Tattvata vicharam. This is chapter 7 to chapter 12. I am Vishwarupam. I am you. I am inside. You are not able to see me. Arjuna says, give me your sunglasses to see. And then on the television series shows you 1,000 heads. Krishna, Sakasasesha Purushaka, then we think Vishwarupa Darshana means a mammoth form which we cannot behold in our hands and eyes. We forget the imagination part of it. We become that's real. Therefore, you think I can never have 1,000 heads. Therefore, I cannot him. We leave the lakshyartham to the dust. So this is ajnanam, viparita jnanam. You see, it's quite easy to teach somebody Vedanta when they have no idea about anything. But once you have the ideas and you have cult rituals, then it's very difficult to unlearn that. So here, this is what it is. So you have to really listen. You are like that. In the Yoga Vasishtha, it says, Na buddhya buddhyado bhoto. Bodha buddhe na bodhyate. Na buddhyada vate na pi bodhyo bodhya katam bhavet. The enlightenment that you get, it is not brought about by buddhi or intellect. What does a buddhi and intellect do? Buddhi and intellect, both are the same. Buddhi, intellect, mind. What do? They prepare the mind. So therefore, all the process of doing karma yogas, bhakti yogas, jnana yogas, hatha yogas, upasanas, yagyam, nama parayanam, public service, all that is making you realize that it's a lot more interesting to be a giver than a taker. When all these asuras, devas, and naras go to Brahma and ask for Brahmajnanam, he said the moment he said the first letter, each one took their own thing. They compared to their own incapacities, So the humans said, okay, look, I never give money to anybody else. I keep everything for myself. Dha means dhanam. So I should give dhanam. So he started taking dhanam as his karma. Devas who have no control of indriyas. Devendran. Indran is the indriya raja. In your body, all your senses are called devas. Dev means light. They entice you. They do the chalanam. It always oscillates, Even in your Ramana Mantram in Trivandamala, you sit there and somehow your mind is vacillating. You're not nischalam, you're just vacillating it. Indras, they have no mind control. So they took it as Dhamma. The Asuras have no compassion. That's why they call Asura. Don't think Asura means somebody with big teeth and horns. No. We are the Asuras when we don't have compassion to others. So, Daya. So they took Daya. So Dhanam, Dhamma, and Daya become the catchword for them because nobody understood the full thing. Whenever you gain a knowledge, what do? You take the knowledge to complete the incompleteness in you. This is a good thing because invariably, when you are seeking knowledge, you may use the knowledge to acquire some material gain. That's something. But there is a fulfillment part in this. That's it. So every time you are seeking things to fill up the gaps. I go to job because I need to fill up the bank balance. I work very hard to get appraisals well because I want to get the glory of a vice president in the company. So always you seek, whether it's knowledge or power or money or whatever, it fills up a gap. So therefore you have to understand you are full of gaps. I am full of gaps. That means I am impoverished. Daritraha, is it not? Otherwise, why do you go? Would I come and say, KK, can you give me $100? If you ask you what does it mean? It means I don't have the money. I plead for a loan or beg. So I go to God and say, God, please make me happy. Give me money. Get me the job. So what am I doing? I am begging. I'm pleading. Is that what God made you for? Is it fine to say, look, if I can't ask God, who can I ask? So all these excuses are fine. But when you are in this level of understanding Upanishad, that is not who you are. Well, if you think that is you and you are to be a dasa and a dasa and you need money to build the temple, yeah. I go and ask donation for building the Ayyappa temple. Yes, I do that. That's fine. But you don't ask for yourself because there is no apurnatvam in you. You are paripurnatvam. I am completely fulfilled. What is there to ask for? And by the way, who I can ask? Because the paripurnatvam, ekam satyam is tatpadam. Tatpadam is tvam aham brahmasmi. I am that. I am the happiness. See, happy, I am happy when you say that's a state of mind. Happy is your mind is happy. Therefore, mind is sometimes not happy. Then what do? You go with a begging bowl to ask for God or anybody who can help you to make your mind happy. And why do you do that? Because there is, you think, a lack of happiness in you. But what this anubhuti gives you, how can there be happiness not in you? Because you are the essential happiness you are. The paripurna anandam you are. Your swaswarupam is anandam. I don't see it like that, you say. See, the seeing is, see, for example, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. It's a fantastic observation we have. Science proves it. So are the equations. Look, you can do that. You can tell exactly what time it will arise tomorrow. I do the computation. It works for me. I got a knowledge now. This knowledge fills my transactional realities. I know what time to get up, what time to do, when is my birthday comes in, when is my death day comes in. I can age people, age anything. I can count speed, velocity, acceleration. All by this view of sunrise from whose perspective? You look at the interview of these the astronauts who went to the moon recently, Artemis. Look at the interview of them. It's very touching interview. The earth is rising like inverted moon, but blue in color, so beautiful. They suddenly wonder, did I come from that? Why did I leave the place? This pitch dark everywhere. Why did I come to this barren moon? Look at that place. I didn't know I had a place like that. So the geocentric view of the sun, when you are in the bhumi, completely changes when you go to the cosmological heliocentric view. When you go to the sky, the space is the view. Earth is different, sun is different. Sun does not rise, sun does not set. So all that you believed is true, was true in the earth, not true anymore. So I had to call it somehow. I call it mithya. So mithya is not illusion, The bankers of Shankara says, Shankara makes mockery of Shankara. He says Maya, illusion, unreal. No. Mithyatva means it looks real to you when you are in that empirical reality, but it is absolutely nonsense when you're out of it. Example is this: sun does not rise. I just have to go across the atmosphere, I know it. So what I'm saying therefore is the enlightenment is not come from the buddhi or the intellect. The buddhi and intellect makes you realize the buddhi and intellect are not good enough. Knowledge makes you understand that you are perpetually ignorant of the truth. More knowledge you know, very little you can explain things. The great Newton, there are fabulous equations of it. And then he could not answer why is gravitational force. The circumstantial evidences you can give, the rotational force of the earth and all this. Why there is a force? Why it attracts? Why it repels? That is dharma. Dharma is what exists. The fire will burn. That is the dharma. But again, if you look at this, how much time I have? Okay, 2 minutes. If I look at it, in my view, the knowledge is fire will burn. I have the knowledge now. I want to experience it. Is it true? I don't want to go through the Shruti Pramanam. Yukti Pramanam, I think I can see it because when I put under the water, water gets heated. Therefore, there is a transfer of heat from the fire to the water. If the heat is transferred from the fire, does the heat lost in the fire? Therefore, fire should be cool. How do I do it? I want to swan bhuti. So I go and put my hand there. It burns me. Isn't it? So by all knowledge, I prove the dharma of fire is to have heat. But when I try to do it from my perspective, it's called a Purusha Tantra. Tantra means prayogam. Purusha means humanly. So when I use my intellect, my equations, my algorithms, I go to ChatGPT and ask the question and get the answers. All this Purusha Tantra to find out. Whatever I find out can never be the perfect truth. Why? Because Purushas are different. Purusha Tantras are different. Mind is different, intellect is different. That's the reason why science is recurring. The great rishi of science, Albert Einstein, said, God doesn't play dice. And when he heard this Copenhagen uncertainty principle about quantum physics, quantum particle, randomness, no, God doesn't play dice. But he has to swallow his words before he died. He wrote a letter. I made a stupid mistake of putting a C as a cosmological constant because I assume things. So all knowledge are imperfect. Purushatantra is imperfect. Then how do I know the truth? It's called Vastu Tantra. Vastu Tantra means the very nature of fire itself. Like, when I was in the earth, I see the sun is the one rising and falling, or the earth's horizon. But when I move to the sun's plane, I see it doesn't do. I see from sun's perspective, it does not rise, it does not fall. That means sun is a Vastu Tantra. It does not impose my perspective angle of incidents. So Purusha Tantra brings me a Mithyatvam. The Vastu Tantra gives me the Satyam. You understand? So therefore, any human endeavor to find the truth can only make you realize that you cannot know the truth. You can go near it, cannot realize it. Therefore, I must be the Vastu myself. Tatvamasi. I am that fire. I am that Vayu. Of course, that's why indirectly yoga tells you, in yoga, when you do this, when you think of that you are the fire, you worship the fire god, and then you do ehagram and you do this dhyanam and samadhi, because you are so singularly focusing yourself on the fire. The Agni Tattvam is what pervades your body, is like a flame. All this consequences. Therefore, you cannot say I can do same path and attain to Brahma, because Brahma is nirguna. It transcends that. So, what I wanted to therefore say, Bhagavan, out of compassion, gave us this Vaakya Vritti elucidation of Tatvamasi Vakyam. Great Mahatmas has given lectures. You can have so many books to read. So many times you can listen to it. But all this listening should only make you give a conviction that is Tvamasi. Conviction means there's no more doubt. You don't need any more sadhanas to understand it. You don't need any more upayas to follow through. What you have to do is to be in a nididhyasana. You be that, and in that one, you continue your life now. You continue life differently now because you become a seeker of that liberation. So you do it as the sun illumines like the tree flowers and fruits. Then you become that. You become that, you will not know it. Like this Yoga Vasishtha says, awareness is, enlightenment is not aware of itself. Na buddhyate vadena bhi bodhyo bodhakat katham bhavet. When you get enlightenment, you are not aware, you are enlightened. It's irony, isn't it? That means if you know that you are enlightened, the enlightenment becomes an object of awareness. If it's an object of awareness, and it's different from you. So by your own Surupa's Kripa, when you are enlightened, the world sees you as enlightened being. You don't even know it. That's why nobody can say, I am the enlightened being, I am the Buddha or Sadguru. No. It is that which shows itself. So we stop it here. So we finished all the three questions now. The fourth question is how the Tatvamasi like sentences convey or reverberate the Mahavakyartha. So that we see in the 43rd onwards. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya
Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.
Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya
Mrityoma amrdam gamaya.
Mrityurma
Amritangamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much.
Namaskar and thank
Just
you.
a